Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at question 583, delete operations with two strings. The way we'll be approaching this problem is by using the longest subsequence method. So what does that mean? The longest subsequence method is used to see the maximum number of characters that match in two strings and don't need to be continuous. So it's not a substring but a subsequence. So they have the same characters but not necessarily right next to each other. So once you get the longest subsequence in both the words, all you need to do is to make them same. You need to just keep those subsequences and remove all of the other letters. So that's the solution. Let's jump right in. So first, let's get the length of both the strings n and m. Right. Okay, so what's next? You need to create a 2D array to solve the longest subsequence method. If you haven't come across this method before, the longest subsequence method, I highly recommend walking through the algorithm either on YouTube, or there's a very good resource on Udacity for algorithms, so that would be a good resource as well. Yeah, so let's come back to the problem. We have a 2D array set up, and we need two for loops. One for loop that goes through all the characters in word 1, the other one that would go through word 2. Right, so let's set them up. In j equals 1, j less than or equal to n, increment j. And you need to update the DP value of I of j. And the way you're doing this is looking at both the characters. You're looking at if word 1 dot character add. We actually do I minus 1 since we are starting with I equals 1 and j equals 1. So so since you have to start from 0, that's the reason why you're comparing that. And one of the reasons why you have this to be m plus 1 and n minus 1 is because let me show you why. So every time the characters are the same, what you need to do is if they're the same, it's looking at the previous result that you have and adding 1 to that. So I minus 1, j minus 1 plus 1. So what does that mean? So what does this mean? So this means that the characters match. So since the characters match, look at the previous result that you got and add 1 to that, because we have a character that matches. So the previous result, whatever we have, you add 1 to that. Otherwise, you look at the best result that you've seen previously. So you look at the previous row and the previous column. And the reason why we have m plus 1 and n minus 1 is because since we're looking at something that's diagonally above, if the sizes were just m and n, at 0 you wouldn't be able to go up and you would get out of bounds error. So that's the reason why you increment that to m plus 1 and then n plus 1. Yeah, and then so if they don't match, you're just looking at the previous row and the previous column for the best result. Yeah, so let's fix that. Right, and this one goes here. Perfect. So once you go through this, the last value, the bottom right value, will have the maximum number of subsequence in both the strings. So let's get that value back. So this would be m of n. And what do you need to return? You know that these are the characters. These are the characters that actually need to remain in the word. So you need to remove everything else. So how do you get that? So you would say return m plus n minus 2 multiplied by match. So 2 multiplied by the match are the characters that will remain intact in word 1 and word 2, but these are the ones that you have to remove. So this would be the result that you'd have to return. So let's quickly compile this and see if it's okay. Why? Oh, right. Right, so the first test case is okay. Everything else is okay as well. Awesome. So if you have any questions about this problem, please let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the solution. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any questions that you want me to solve on LeetCode, also let me know in the comments below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.